Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're DisappearForDays. Today we are in Ninh Binh. We are staying at the most incredible homestay. We'll show you more later, but for now we're going to go and rent some bicycles and we're going to go for a ride and explore the area.
Let's go.
Right, we've come to get some lunch at Mint Coffee. The ride was a bit scary, I've got to admit. I felt a little bit anxious. The brakes weren't the best, the steering wasn't the best. I felt quite nervous that I was going to come off at any point.
Yeah, the bikes were a bit rickety. Obviously you've got cars and everything like overtaking you and whatnot. So
and driving on the right side of the road.
Yeah.
We're used to driving on the left.
But we're here, we made it in one piece.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be wanting to go really far on them though.
So I've got some pork fried noodles and Emma has gone for lemon and sugar pancakes. When we were looking, because it's quite a touristy area, a lot of the places here are very catered towards that. So the selection's not been the best here as far as we've seen.
Yeah, there's been a lot of Western food on the menus, it looks like.
But hopefully we can find in time a few more places which do kind of some more local stuff.
We're going to rent a motorbike tomorrow, so then we can go a bit further and maybe find some more local areas rather than staying in this town, which I think is quite a touristy area. How's your noodles there?
Yeah, it's pretty good. I think these are more just kind of like instant noodles than anything else. The pork's quite nice actually.
Yeah, it looks good. It's quite
fresh. There's a lot of stuff like cucumber. I think there's some bok choy in here. Onion, pork. Can't really complain, it's quite good. Right, so we've finished up. We're actually just cycling to a little bit of a temple, which we've just spotted on Google Maps. The scenery in Ninh Binh is just stunning. We've been to some beautiful places whilst we've been travelling over the last couple of years, and this is definitely in the top few that we've been to. The mountains just look incredible. And I think it's so nice as well that you can just cycle around. It's so peaceful going down all these little roads with there not being that much traffic. Look at that. So you've got like the mountains either side and you've got this river just running all the way through with some boat trips going down it.
I feel like it'd be a perfect day today for a boat trip because I feel like sometimes when it's too hot, you're just out there in the water and you feel like you can't get away from it. But actually, because it's a bit cooler today, I feel like it would be a perfect time to have a boat trip.
Look at him rowing with his feet there. That's such a cool way to row. We have never seen that before.
Oh,
yeah.
You get cramped.
Yeah. This is an amazing place to have a cemetery. The views and the mountains around. This is definitely a place that I would want to be rested. I feel like it's so peaceful here, isn't it? Because there's barely any wind because of all the mountains, and it's like there's nothing around. It's so quiet. Yeah.
I feel like for people coming to visit the graves, it must be so nice because it's just, in the middle of nowhere and, like you say, really peaceful and quiet and still.
I feel like it's such a contrast here to where we were in Hanoi literally yesterday, where the streets are jam-packed with motorcycles, everyone's honking, there's constant traffic and stuff. Here is just serene. Okay, so our first stop is the Tai Vi Temple, which is a 13th century temple. It looks really, really cool from what we've seen on Google Maps. We thought, oh, we might as well cycle here. And yeah, it looks pretty cool from the outside. Once again, it's so peaceful here. But it looks so nicely decorated, like the stone carvings look so intricate and there's so much detailing on them. And they've got a few cute dogs here.
Right, we've come out of the temple and I couldn't resist buying one of these thread pictures that the guy was doing in there. We saw them in Hanoi and they are everywhere in all the like really touristy shops. And when we saw them there, I didn't really like the look of them. And because they were in every single shop, I was just a bit like, I'm never as interested. But then when I could see him actually doing them, I was like, oh, I really want to buy one now, because he's literally sitting there making them. He said that each one takes him like a few days, each picture. And I just really love this one because it's like the little Vietnamese lady with her little bicycle. I thought it was just really simple, and it was 100,000, which I thought, I'm not going to haggle with him because he's literally sitting there taking days at a time to do these. So I'm not going to try and get a cheaper price.
And presumably it goes and helps support the temple, so
yeah, exactly.
it's all for a good cause anyway.
If we ever do go home, we can put it up in my house, but if not, then we can just put it up in Malaysia somewhere.
I mean, I know I've already said this, but look at the views from this point now. Just so open, full of paddy fields and full of like lily pads. And then there's the river just running through these rocks. It's so scenic. Oh, so up there, I believe that's the Dragon Mountain. I can see there's like a little dragon waving its way over. Tomorrow, hopefully we're going to go climb up that mountain, which will be cool.
These brakes do not stop. These are not going to be the best shots. They're going to be a bit shaky, I think. Jacob has asked me to film him, so I apologise for the shaky shots there because I'm definitely not as good at filming and cycling at the same time. Whoa.
I'm like lost for words. I can't say it enough. I love the layers of mountains that you can see. There's just one beyond the other, beyond the other, beyond the other. And all the different shades of green that come with it, obviously like mixed in with like the haze. It literally looks like a watercolour painting. So we're heading back to our homestay now. As you can see, the sun is kind of set and has gone behind all of the mountains, so it's a little bit colder. The jumpers have come on. We're going to head back to our homestay, shout out for a bit and then go get dinner. This place just looks so pretty at night. It really doesn't do it justice on the camera because it doesn't show kind of like how glowing these lights are. Okay, so we've come to Cozy Son Bar and Restaurant for dinner. Food has just arrived. I've gone for a ginger tea, these pork spring rolls, which we thought they were going to be deep fried, and they're kind of like fresh spring rolls. In honesty, they taste really nice and the pork is actually quite tender, so I'm not complaining too much.
And probably a lot healthier, to be fair.
And then we've also gone for a pork fur.
Noodles good. Oh, the broth is really good. The pork's a little bit chewy for my liking.
How is it? It is cold tonight, so the ginger tea and this fur is going to go down a treat.
Right, we've finished dinner and we're going to walk back to our homestay, bundled up because it's very cold.
Yeah, I feel like that pork fur did a really good job of filling our bellies up and keeping us warm, so hopefully it will last us until we get back home.
We'll see you in the morning. Good morning.
Hello.
We are off and out a little bit later today. It's actually the afternoon. We've just been doing some work this morning. So we're going to go and find some lunch, looking to hopefully find a place sitting on the lake, which would be really nice. So we'll see you once we've found somewhere. So we've come to a cafe called The Last Drop. If you know, you know. We were hoping it was going to be looking out onto the lake, but it doesn't look like it is. It's just kind of opposite. And there's this wall kind of blocking the view, which is a shame, but hopefully it'll be nice in there anyway.
The food has just arrived. When I ordered, I actually went for some crab noodles because in all honesty, in NinhBinh, especially in Tam Coc, the food options haven't been the best. They've been very basic, just kind of like your standard stuff, isn't it?
I feel like there's been a lot of Western options and then a few like Asian options, like a lot of fried rice, a lot of fried noodles, a lot of like instant noodles and stuff. And I think it's almost like it's Western stuff and then kind of the safer Asian options, not anywhere near the amount of stuff that we found in other areas of Vietnam in terms of like traditional Vietnamese food. So it's been a bit of a shame, really. Anyway, long story short, I wanted crab noodles, and when I asked for it, the woman said, oh, why don't you try the fish noodles here? I don't think it was on the menu.
but she basically said, oh, it's the same price and it's like quite a traditional dish. So it looks like I've got kind of your standard rice noodles here, some lettuce leaf, and then it's got these chunks of orange fish in it, which look really nice. It looks quite tender, almost falling apart, and I'm assuming it's boneless. I'm hoping it's boneless because that's the worst thing about eating fish. That is actually pretty good. The fish tastes almost like it's been fried, and I'm assuming it has because the skin, it looks quite crispy. But yeah, it's got a nice flavour to it. I don't know what this kind of oil, this red oil is around the outside of the bowl. So Emma's just gone for some spring rolls as a bit of a light lunch.
Yeah, I've been really enjoying spring rolls lately. Last time we came to Vietnam, we didn't have them very often. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
the fish is almost like you said, it's like fried, so it's got a bit of like, almost a bit of crunch to it.
Yeah.
But it's quite nice.
Yeah, it's almost maybe slightly tomatoey. It kind of reminds me of a minestrone soup.
Oh, the broth has got a bit of heat to it.
Yeah.
Like a nice bit of warmth.
Yeah, this is absolutely perfect. I'm so happy that I got this.
So I've gone for these pork spring rolls.
Cheers.
Oh.
Nice and crispy. Got a nice bit of veg in there.
That's what I like about spring rolls. They just have all sorts in them. You never really know what's in there, but it normally tastes really good.
Right, finished up. That fish soup was actually really, really nice, and none of the fish had bones apart from one piece, so I'm very happy with that. Also, the views that we've had at this cafe have just been so nice. The lake just there with all the boat tours, and then obviously you can just see some mountains in the distance, which has been super beautiful.
We're now just going to have a little ride around on the bike and see what we can find. No kind of real destination in mind, but we're just going to ride, and if we find something cool, we'll stop and yeah, see where we end up. We've just got off the bike because we could see this little church in the distance. We've managed to get down like an alley in order to find it. It's very old though, very weathered, but it looks so pretty.
Hello.
So we've just driven about, 15-20 minutes, and we've now arrived at the Old Town. The lady at our homestay recommended that we go here, and she said that it's really nice at night. So we've come here just as the sun is starting to set, which we think would be quite a good time.
Wow, look at that over there. So you can just about see that there's the pagoda temple thing there, and then it actually looks like there's more temples over in that area. With all the mountains behind it, it looks so cool. The insides of these places are so intricate and so beautiful. Like, look at that up there. So much detail in like every single carving that's been done in here.
It's really pretty here, like the sun is just setting and the colours in the sky are absolutely incredible. Just been having a wander around, there's lots of girls like in really pretty dresses, like having their photos done and stuff. It just looks incredible, it's like the perfect setting for it. We've just wandered over here and found these steps, so we're going to head up and see where they take us.
So there's a Lady Buddha here, the goddess of mercy. I'm hoping there's going to be some incredible views up the top here. This is insane up here. The lights have just come on the temples just down the bottom. The sun is just setting and it looks so magical. Alright, so the sun is fully set. The lights are on the rooftops of the houses and the temple. So we're going to head down and go to the walking street now and see what we can find to eat.
Right, no luck finding any food on Walking Street. It's mainly hot pot and barbecue.
And it's all very expensive.
And also with hot pot, generally it's the kind of thing you want to get with like a big group of people because you want to get like loads of little bits. So not really going to work for us. So we're going to have to see if we can find a restaurant somewhere nearby for dinner.
Alright, well, as one of our last meals in Vietnam, we thought it was suitable to have none less than bun cha. I feel like that has become our favourite meal this time round. It's such a simple dish, but it's got so much flavour in it. We've gone for the normal, which is 35k each, which is a really good price actually. It's got this bit of barbecued pork. It's a nice old slab of, it looks like, yeah, just pork meat, which is really nice. You've got the, I don't actually know what this is. It looks like apple, but I don't think it's apple. It doesn't taste like apple. And basically you mix it together in this kind of like soup with the cold rice noodles, and it just all comes together beautifully. This is beautiful. When we went to the one in Hanoi, they did 2 different types of meat. They did the sausage patty, and they also did like thin strips of pork. And both of us said like the sausage patty tasted the best. And so with this one, you just get a massive slab of sausage patty, so you just really can't go wrong. This is really, really nice.
The only thing is, this one, the rice noodles are cold, which they were in Hanoi, but the soup is also cold, whereas in Hanoi the soup was hot. So when you then put the noodles in it would make the noodles hot. So I think I would prefer it hot, but the meat is still really good because the meat's really warm.
Yeah. Alright, well that was absolutely delightful. Such a good meal to finish off the day. We're really looking forward to exploring more of NinhBinh and kind of the area that we're in, which is Tam Coc. So yeah, we've got a few different places that we want to go and see. So look forward to that one soon, and we'll see you in that video. Bye!